Our story starts with Wael Ghonim, the man who helped start the Egyptian revolution in 2011. Here's some information about who Wael is. Prior to the revolution, he was a Google executive expatriate in Dubai, far removed from politics of his homeland, but later became the face of the Egyptian youth in the revolution. Described as meek offline and a vibrant extrovert online, how did he help start a revolution then? Wael Ghonim heard about the story of Elsayed, a 26-year-old Egyptian businessman who was beaten to death because of expressing his anti-Mubarak opinions. Hosni Mubarak ruled the country for over 30 years before abdicating his presidency in February of 2011. Because of Elsayed and because of Wael Ghonim, who got touched by his story, the Egyptian revolution was born. When Ghonim saw the violent image of Khalid beaten to death, the iconic group of almost 100,000 members called We Are Elsayed was born and was the catalyst to the already worsening conditions of Egypt. A safe space was offered in the virtual space, and the group members made the collective decision to protest on National Police Day, January 25th, which was the first day of the revolution. Social media-wise, the Egyptian government understood the sort of impact it had in kickstarting the revolution, providing a platform to express anti-government opinions and delivering news on the atrocities that the state security was guilty of, in terms of kidnapping, imprisoning, and even killing some protesters. Which is why they decided to have a social media shutdown for 5 days during the period of protesting. Now Wael Ghonim was now shown as the leader of this uprising, was then kidnapped by the state and sent to solitary confinement, where he was blindfolded for 11 days. Ghonim was later freed after confessing to being the admin of the Facebook group. Social media was where the revolution began and where it ran its course side by side with the ones protesting in all of Egypt. Social media helped the Egyptian people form a collective identity by forming one agenda and appear as a united front to fight for a more democratic country. It is reported that about 28.3% of Egyptians heard about the uprisings on Facebook, and features of live updates, live streams, and hashtags on both Facebook and Twitter also catalyzed the revolution. Namely, hashtag Speak to Tweet, which is a service that lets people call a phone number and leave a message, then post a link to the message on Twitter. But with all of that being said, we need to remember that social media did not make or break this revolution. This is not a digital revolution by any means, but only one that has been greatly impacted by social media. Social media only provided a platform for communication to the protesters and helped people from all over Egypt and globally to plan and execute the revolution. But never did it do anything more than that. To say more would be to not give credit where it's due, to the Egyptian people themselves, who risked their lives for the betterment of their nation.